invited to the cookout. No DNA test needed. Just because if you about your goals, about your business, if you love the kids, you're already a part of our family. So thank you so much for being on tonight. And do I have any of my OGs? You've been to my trainings before. You know you love me. You know I love you. Just put OG in the chat. Come on. I'm feeling a little Barney going on. I love you. You love me. Okay, I think I done mixed up Barney and Grace's Corner. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm so excited about tonight. Sometimes I have to contain myself because sometimes you get it right. Like you get it right. And I feel like the topic that we're talking about tonight, I think we got it right. How many of you desperately need to enroll more students? Like you desperately need to enroll more students. It's not like I kind of want to do it, coach. If I can do it, I will. But you like, no, I gotta enroll more students. Well, if you're on Facebook, I want you to get off Facebook. I put the Zoom link. You need to get on Zoom. I'm gonna stay on for a few minutes, but you need to get on Zoom with your cousins. You see your cousins? Your cousins are waiting on you. All right? So act right. And I need you guys to get on Zoom. But if you're on Zoom and you're here, I want to first of all say you're in the right place at the right time. And I know that's cliche, but I'm telling you, every quarter we do a training and we think about what that training is going to be. And I know that the times have changed a little bit, but everybody started talking about enrollment and kids going to school in empty seats, like way more than they have before. So tonight, we are going to really hone in on what you need to do to get your next 20 students. Now, for those of you who don't have your pen and your paper, shame on you. Because if you know anything about me, we're going to learn. We are going to have a good time, but we have work to do. And I don't want you to think for 1 second that you don't need pen and paper on tonight because you do. So go ahead and grab your pen and paper. If you're like me, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Because I don't have nothing to say to nobody for the next hour. I need to know about enrolling kids. I want my full attention to be on you. So I listen, nothing that nobody has to say to me in the next hour is important. I want you guys to lock in. I want you to be ready because we're about to get started. So if you are ready to get started, I want you to just put ready in the chat. If you're excited that you made it here tonight, if you are ready for a change in your center, I am promising that I'm going to give you the best I have for me the next hour. I love to see all of my elevators. I see Linda on. Linda just left me in Chicago and she on. Hey, Tanya. Hey, LaShawn. Hey, family. If you're in our Elevation Mastermind, give me a little bit of hello. Oh, I see It Takes a Village on. Hey, It Takes a Village. I see Louisiana on. Come on now. Go ahead and drop what city you're tuning in from if you haven't already. So we are about to get started. We try to give everybody a few minutes to get on. If you are on Zoom, we are about to not only show you some real life examples of what enrollment to do, we're going to give you some real strategies. So I'm encouraging you, if you're on Facebook, hop on over to Zoom because I'm turning it off. I love you guys. The Zoom link is up top. Okay, I tried to tell them to get over here. Our goal tonight is to get you to understand not only the importance, but the strategy to enroll 20 students in the next 20 days, right? If you stay until the end, I have a money lead calculator that is a sure win. And it's also a worksheet. Now, this is absolutely free, but this is a gift for all of my people who stay until the end. So I told you guys we'll be locked in for an hour. How many of you are committed to staying with me until the end? You need these seats filled. And so the least you could do is say, I'm gonna give an hour to my business. I'm gonna give 60 minutes to my business, Coach Brandy. I'm gonna stay until the end. I know that I need this. I'm not gonna be distracted. Listen, I know it's a new series of all your great shows, but the truth of the matter is we're in a critical moment. We're in a crucial moment. Some of you are over there wondering right now, like, listen, why are some centers staying full and I can't seem to stay full? Some of you are wondering, like, hey, what are the strategies that these centers are using? And on tonight, we're going to go over those key things. We're going to go over exactly what we need to do. Because this is the truth of the matter. If we do not get our enrollment up, we are in a crucial point where we may have to close our doors. Anybody agree with me? You're like, Coach, I know I need to fill up my seats. I know I need to do something different. So this is my promise to you. By the end of today, you'll leave this webinar with 4 actionable strategies. I'm going to give you some fast action assignments that you can do after every tip that I give you guys. Now it's up to you to actually do it, but I hope that you're going to do these fast action things. Most of these will take you less than 2 to 3 minutes, right? And then at the very end, I'm going to tell you how you can work with me over the next 6 weeks to make sure you get these seats filled. I'm going to give you strategies that are already being used. We have people already saying last week, Coach, I implemented these strategies. I'm already enrolling. It's already better. And that's what we want for you too on tonight. So why now? Why are we talking about this right now? One of the reasons why we're talking about this is many of us are tired of having empty seats. We are tired of not making the money that we know we should be making in our business. Some of us are not even paying ourselves because we're trying to keep everything afloat. And our efforts, the amount of time that we're working in our business, are not matching our bank account. If one of those reasons is true for you, I want you to put true in the chat. I want you to put true in the chat. Some of us have just really buckled down. That budget is as tight as it can be. Like, it's like, Coach, I can't even make the budget any tighter. The only way I can turn this around financially is I got to enroll more students, right? In order for me to be able to get raises, in order for me to be able to upgrade my center, in order for me to be able to do the things I need to do, I need to enroll some new students. This is why we're doing this now. We surveyed over 300 owners. And many of those owners told us that they were less than 50% full. So I don't want to act like I know everything about you. We're going to do some polls on tonight so I can get to know a little bit more about you. But we're going to answer this question right now. How full is your center? All right. I'm going to launch this poll and I want you guys to answer this question. Throughout the night, we're going to do several different polls. This is going to be an interactive session. This is not just about me. This is about you getting what you need. So my team is watching the chat. If you see support or CMA Studio, they're watching the chat. They're going to make sure I know what your questions are, right? I want you to answer this question. There are 150 of us on. I want us to at least get to 100 people for each and every poll. All right, we're at 88. Go ahead and answer that poll. All these results are so close to last week. Oh, and it's breaking my heart. Okay, I'm going to end this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So at the very last minute, someone came in because we were at one person. We're at 2 people out of 115 that says their center is completely full. It was 1 until the last moment. And then we have another 16% saying, hey, my center is mostly full, between 75% and 90%. All right. But the rest of us, 82% of us, are saying that my center is 75% full or less. And 50% of us is saying my center is less than 50% full. What do y'all think about those results? What do you think about these results? For me, this is an eye-opening moment to know that it's a rough season right now in childcare. Susie said it. It may be some owners who've been doing the right thing for a long time. They're just not having their center full. Wanda says, listen, Houston, we have a problem. Tiffany says we have to fill those empty seats. This is a problem not just in one area. And so when we decided that we were going to do this webinar, we went and we polled. Somebody said, oh, it shows it's just not me. That it's rough with all of these new changes, right? And so we still have to find a way to navigate it, right? We still have to be by any means necessary, right? And so I'm going to put up another poll real quick. And this poll is asking if you had a proven way, because I want to know if I have some action takers. If I have some action takers, if you had a proven way to fill up your center, right? A proven way, would you do what I'm asking you to do? And the reason why I'm asking you this is because a lot of times people say they won't change, but they're not willing to do the work. You know, you say you want to lose a little weight, but you still got the same eating habits. You say you want a man, but you ain't going nowhere but home. You right? You say you want to be more streamlined, but you won't throw anything away. You say you want to be more disciplined. So this is what I can tell you. I'm not able to create magic for you if you're not willing to do the work. But for those of you who are willing to do the work, I am willing to show you some things that you can implement tonight and tomorrow to make it better. All right, I'm ending the poll. We got up to 100. 95% of you said, I'm ready to go. And I got 5% said, Brandy, if it's not too time consuming. I tell you what is time consuming, not being able to pay your bills, stressing out. So I'm going to say to you, we have to be very disciplined. We have to be willing to put in the work. So if you're willing to put in the work when it comes to enrollment, I want you to put work in the chat. Right? I'm tired of doing it the same way. My old strategies are not working. So let me quickly introduce myself before we get into it. Like, who is this loud lady? Why is she talking to me? What makes her qualified? My name is Brandy Wood Smith. I am the owner of 4 centers in the Houston area. And I am on a mission to help centers multiply their revenue, operate in a profit, and more than anything, I want them to be able to make sure that they are running a high quality program in their area where everybody knows their name, where they're not the best kept secret, right? Where everybody knows that this is the center that we should go to. So we started Child Care Millionaires about 8 years ago, and it was in an effort to form a community for child care owners because in my experience, there was really no one in my area that wanted to collaborate and talk about the things that we needed to do in the child care world. Everybody was a little closed mouth. Nobody wanted to share. I don't know if you experienced that, but that's what I experienced in my area. And then even owners that were miles and miles away, they wouldn't even share. So we created Child Care Millionaires as a group, as a family, where owners across this nation could talk and they could collaborate. So I'm an educator. I've been in education for 26 years. I've done everything from tutor to being an assistant superintendent. But about 14 years ago, I decided to open my very own schools. My first school started with 19 kids. My second school was 119. Third school, 109. My fourth school is a micro school. We have 44. And then my last baby that we just opened is also licensed for 44. So we've opened 5 schools, 4 still open. 2 we combined together. They were right across the street during the pandemic. So I do this work every single day, just like you. I'm the matriarch of my family, but also the Child Care Millionaires family. And I am a coach. If I'm your coach and you love me, just put, hey, coach in the chat. I need your inspiration on tonight. I've been able to speak on stages across the world with some of the most influential people. Miss Kathy Hughes, one of my mentors, Damon John, Master P, and others and others and others. But I always come back to my love for childcare. I love what I do. How many of you really, really love what you do? You may not like how easy it is or how hard it is right now, but you truly can say, I love watching these kids grow. I love being a pillar in my community. I love helping parents finally get their baby potty trained. I love the challenge of getting that nonverbal student able to talk. I love what I do. I love the heart of what I do. Even though the business side may get hard, I truly and I love what I do. I love sending my kids school ready. That was a thing for me. As a former principal and a former math teacher, I would get kids in the eighth grade that didn't know basic sight words, like literally. And I said, if I'm going to really do something to help the children in my community, I want to get to the children a little bit younger. How many of you share my heart with that? And because I love it, I want my business to love me back, right? As I take care of the kids, I also need my business to take care of me. But many of us have been faced with a position that if something doesn't change, even though we love what we do, right? If something doesn't change, we're in a position where we may not make it another year. So we got to figure out enrollment. So tonight we're going to cover myths about enrollment. We're going to cover 4 proven strategies. We're going to talk about the Enroll 20 Students in 20 Days Boot Camp. We're going to answer some questions. And then at the end, I'm going to give you guys a free gift. Okay? I'm going to say to you, if you have, because we're about to get into our proven strategies, if you have a director or a support person on your staff that helps you enroll and you want them on, my team has been sharing the link. You can say, hey, director, hey, enrollment specialist, hey, lead teacher, hey, daughter, hey, son, can you hop on this Zoom real quick? Right? Because some of us just need help in doing these strategies, right? I'm so glad that collectively over the last 6 to 8 years, we've helped our owners earn over $100 million. Today, we're going to talk about the money we're leaving on the table because we ain't got no time to be leaving money on the table, right? So let's talk about some myths with enrollment. One is making real money in childcare is impossible. This is not true. I have been able to make a profit every single year that I've been in business. Now, some years I had more budget than others, but you can make real money in childcare. And you can be a home or a center and still make real money if you keep your capacity up and you keep your enrollment up to match your capacity. Number 2, I can't afford systems to help me enroll. Ooh, this one burns me up. How many of you have walked into your center and somebody hands you a name of a parent on a sticky note? It's smudged up. You can't even read the number no more. Or they put a piece of torn paper on your desk telling you this parent called. How many of you have got leads like that? And so put lead in the chat. Or you've been out since Friday. You don't get the lead till Tuesday. Okay. I want you to know every pieces of those little pieces of paper is costing you $15,000. I'm going to prove it at the end. Every one of those lost leads is costing you $15,000. Every parent that you don't capture, every phone call that you miss, every voicemail that you didn't check until 3 months later, every Facebook Messenger message on your business page that you don't even open up weekly is costing you money. If you know I'm telling the truth, I just want you to put ouch in the chat. I just want you to put ouch in the chat. I say, Coach, I know you're telling the truth. I know you're telling the truth. If your staff cannot do tours without you, you need a system to enroll. Okay? Number 3, I had an owner tell me, I've done everything that I can do, Coach. And I said, no, you haven't. And we talked through her strategy. And last week, she enrolled 5 kids. She said, the things that you said were so simple. The things I'm going to tell you tonight, some of them are so simple. They just require implementation and discipline. And last but not least, everyone is struggling. It's just the market. Now, I'm going to say more of us are struggling because of things like free pre-K, more charter schools. The landscape of childcare has changed, but everybody is not struggling. And I want you to declare and decree, if I have some believers, that I'm not going to struggle. I want you to actually put it in the chat. Sometimes we got to say what we want to see. And if we're telling ourselves kids are just not enrolling, everybody is struggling, all you're doing is you're forming a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're not even going hard. You're not even posting no more on social media. You're not even passing out flyers. You didn't even make flyers this year because something in your mind has told you everyone is struggling. It's just the way it is. But I want you to say, I will not struggle in this season. I declare and decree that my center will be full. I am going to put in the work to make it be so. Crystal was over there talking to the camera. I respect it. Can somebody else talk to the camera? Because I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you. Telling you work too hard to be back in a place where you don't have your enrollment up. And one of the things that I will tell you, and I really, I never know what I'm going to say. Every class is different. But one of the things I'm going to tell you, because most of the people in child care millionaires are believers, one of the biggest strategies of the enemy is to make you stop before you start. To make you give up on the things that you know you're supposed to be doing before you start. To make you so tired that you're not doing the things that it took for you to be in your business, right? So you give up. You abort the mission. You stop telling people how great your center are. You stop going live. You stop telling your parents that you need, hey, we got some empty spots. Do you know someone? How many of you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have not been going as hard as you need to? That you're not going as hard as you need to. And if you're ready to go hard again, I just want you to put go hard in the chat. We got to break this chain. We got to break this hard place where we're just not doing everything that we need to do. It is time for us to go hard in our business. We go hard, Queen, to send our kids to college. We go hard for our husband. We go hard for our sisters and brothers. We go hard for our church. We go hard for our sororities. We go hard for everybody else. But in this season, Carmen, in this season, Samiko, we got to choose to go hard for ourselves. Michelle, we got to choose to go hard for ourselves. Everybody else we help. They need $1, we give them $2. They need a hug, we give them a kiss. But who is helping us? During the pandemic, I used to say something. My mentor used to say, he said, listen, there's no one coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. This is the philosophy and this is the brain that I need you to have, Florence. Hey, things may get hard, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to help myself. I'm going to go hard for myself. I'm going to be the one to stabilize my business. So there are 4 things we can do immediately. 4 things we can do right now. 4 things that don't take no money. And we're going to go over those 4 things tonight. And then at the end of these 4 things, I'm going to tell you how to work with me for the next 6 weeks to help you get those students enrolled for literally less than $500. Right? So I need you to lock in. Y'all said y'all were going to stay until the end. Many of you have invited your directors on. So listen, let's go. Tip number 1 is going to talk about touring ain't begging, it's bossing up. Tour number 2 is going to talk about the math ain't mathing. And I know some of y'all business calculator is broke because you're supposed to be making $1 million and you haven't even crossed the $500,000 and half of the year is already over. But we're not giving up. We're about to go hard. Tip number 3 is everything speaks. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what that means. And tip number 4 is the fortune is in the follow-up. If you're ready for tip number 1, just drop a 1 in the chat. Now, I'm a little bit more serious tonight than I was last week because this is a serious matter, right? I love a new month. A new month gets me all excited. But it's something about the 9th month of the year that really makes me excited because I know it's a birthing month. And listen, I don't know about y'all, but it's some things that I need to be birthed out in this 9th month because I need to recover some things for this year. Right? So if you're with me and it's a birthday month and you're like, Lord, I need you to birth some things in my business this month. I need to see a turnaround. I know it gets a little hard, but I'm not giving up. This is going to be my birthday month. I'm going to birth some new students. I'm going to birth some better employees in my business. I'm going to birth a new attitude. I need y'all to be with me on tonight. I need you guys to be in the mindset of a mother that we're multipliers. We give life. I want you to be giving life to your business. All this training long. If I speak it, I want you to speak it. Right? For those of you who want the replay and you want the playbook, we have a VIP option to this free training. Yes, the training is free. But if you want a playbook, it gives you scripts for your tours. It gives you a checklist of how to get your building tour ready. It gives you so many things. You get the replay to this training. And I'm doing 3 bonus lunch and learn sessions for people who do the Q&A, where every Thursday at 12 noon, you can come and talk to me and tell me about your progress. All right. So can my team, can you guys drop the link? And what I'm really excited about is the 3 lunch and learn sessions where I'm able to go through the playbook with you guys. I'm able to help you set goals, right? And so this is a follow-up to the free training. You don't have to do it, but you should. Okay? If you're already VIP, because some of you are, you can go ahead and put VIP in the chat. We respect that. We honor you and we thank you. All right? So we're ready for tip 1. I have another poll for us. And this poll is going to ask, what is your biggest challenge in enrollment? What is your biggest challenge in enrollment? All right? It's not going to take us very long, a good minute. I want you to tell me, is it getting families to book a tour, closing the families, following up, or keeping the families long term? Let me know so I can know what we need to focus on in this next section. All right? It's 200 of us on, so we need at least 150 people to answer the poll. Thank you, Margie, for being VIP. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Beverly. We appreciate you. Thank you, Tamika. All right. We're over 100. I'm going to end the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's share the results. 39% of us said it's just getting families to book a tour. And another 25 said it's just closing the families after the tour. 25% said, listen, I'm not following up. People are calling. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm not following up with them. And 11% is just keeping family long term. And sometimes this is because the job market is changing. Subsidy is not giving vouchers as quick. I understand. When I tell you I'm a center owner, I'm not a part-time center owner. I open and close. I pay payroll. I take out trash. I change babies. I cook spaghetti sometimes, not too often, Alicia, because, I be trying to let the other people do their job. So I love it here. So let's talk about why touring is so stinking important. Why touring is so stinking important. So number 1 says touring ain't begging. During the pandemic, we lost the art of touring, right? Because people weren't coming in our building as often. And we kind of got used to people not being in our business. Anybody say that's true? Or when we did tour, we like to tour after hours, right? We like to tour when it's convenient for us. And parents are not having that anymore. So I want you to know that touring is not begging, it's bossing up. You have to have the mindset that every tour to you is worth $15,000. You totally think different about that tour if you realize that an average student is worth about $15,000 a year. Now, if you want to know exactly how much a student is worth to you a year, I can give you a simple formula. Just take your toddler rate, multiply it times 52, your weekly toddler rate, multiply it times 52, and that's your average student cost. Average. Everybody drop the number in the chat. Toddler rate times 52. If you do monthly, do your monthly toddler rate times 12. Everybody drop that in the chat. Because when you schedule that tour, you're saying, show me the money. Your Tyler rate times 52. Put that number in the chat. Get your calculator out. So I see, oh, Misha must be, you in Maryland, D.C.? Where you at, Misha? Misha says, listen, my average rate is 20,000 a kid. Crystal said, I'm right there at that 15,000, 14,600. Michelle, 14,000. Okay, 14,300. Sabrina must be in the South because she says her average student is about 10,000. My average student is about 10 to 12. That's me. Darlene says 19,000, 17,000. Okay, 19,000. Kashana. All right. Trenda. Okay, 9,000. All right. So listen, you got to look at every tour is the possibility of that parent paying you that amount over the next year. So yeah, you do need some moisturizer on your face. You do need on a school shirt. You do need a smile on your face because every tour is getting closer to you being able to sustain your center. Your tour is a sales tool. It's to show the new prospective parent how good you are. This is one of the reasons why we like to tour during academic time. We do not tour. Lavon, where are you, baby? Because I need to come and get a building. Lavon say mine is about 30,000 a year. You want to make sure that you psych your parents up for your center. The goal of the tour is to, one, give the parents an insight of what you're going to do with their child, but also get them very excited about being a part of your family. Right? And so you want to ask questions. You don't want to dominate the conversation. You want them to bring little Johnny so you can see just how little Johnny acts. You want to make sure that they know that your center is the best place to be. Right? And you don't know that, and they don't know that until you do a tour. You don't know that they're the right family for you, and they don't know that you're the right center for them. One of the things that you want to do before you even schedule a tour is you want to ask them questions. When parents come to my building for a tour, we have those little marquee signs. I got it at Five Below. And it says, welcome, Crystal. Because we want them to know that we've been waiting on them. We have them a little tour bag with a coloring book, some colors, a little goldfish, a little juice box, a mini water for the parent. Because we want them to know that we're prepared for them. We have those packets already printed with our information and what to expect on the first day of school. Now, we do all of our paper digital, but we wanted that parent to leave that day with something tangible in their hand. How many of you are that tour ready? Or you like, coach, I ain't doing all of that. They walking in the door and I'm like, hey, what's your name? Oh, yeah, they told me you was coming. Hold on a minute. Let me answer this phone. Let me leave the kitchen. Or are you ready? Touring is an art. You gotta realize every time you tour, that's $10,000 to $30,000 that's coming in your pocket, right? You gotta approach every tour with clarity, certainty, and energy. It don't matter that you're tired. You're not tired for the next 15 minutes. It doesn't matter that somebody called in. Everything is perfect today. It doesn't matter that the toast burnt this morning. It doesn't matter. For that next 15 minutes, you gotta go hard, right? You want them to see your business as a fluid place. So you don't want to be distracted during your tour. You want to make sure that you let your teachers know, hey, we have a special visitor in the building. And you got to even train them, what do you do during tours? Right? You got to know that that parent is the most important person. So I want you, this is fast action number 1. Take a screenshot of this. What are the gaps in your tour process? Is it capturing the leads? Because we have systems that can help you capture your leads where you never lose a lead. You don't lose that sticky note. You make sure that their phone is answered every single time. Or is it like really knowing what to say on your tour? Or how to close the tour? Right? So what do you think you need to tighten up on your tours? Is it the time that you offer the tour? So we offer our tours from our cutoff 9:30 to 11 because we want to see the parents to see the kids interacting. We want to see the parents playing, see the kids playing. We want to see the parents seeing teachers teaching. We don't want to see the parents seeing the kids taking a nap. They can take a nap anywhere, right? So we want to make sure we're doing tours on peak time, not doing chaotic time. We don't do tours at 2 o'clock when the kids are coming up for nap, when everybody's changing and we got dirty diapers we're taking out of the building. But we do tours between 3 and 4:30 before our school age kids get on, when our teachers are in that afternoon reading circle, when the kids are fresh, when they're talking again, right? So these are some ideas of what you can do to master your tour. And we're going to spend a lot of time on this on boot camp. All right. Number 2, the math ain't mathing. Bobby, can you drop the link for the playbook? Taranisa said, listen, I need the playbook. Everything you need for your tour is in that playbook. Okay. And on Thursday for you in VIP, we can go over that list of things. Right. Number 2, the math ain't mathing. Let's talk about the money. A lot of us just don't like to talk about money because, to be honest, most people in our family can't understand what we do. And they just think we make a lot of money, but they don't understand we pay payroll, we have lease payments, we have light bills, we have insurance. So people see the money coming in, but they don't see the money going out. Right? April says, amen. How many of us have more money going out than coming in? If you have more money going out than coming in, I just want you to put out in the chat. Like right now, you feel like your budget is not balanced. You're spending a little bit more than you're making. You're dipping into your reserves, even if it's not by a little bit. You got a little bit more money going out than coming in. All right, so this is why we need to do this part. This is my favorite part. Let's talk about the math ain't mathing, right? The math ain't mathing. Now, how many of you know how much money you're losing? How many of you actually, know how much money you're losing? Like, I know. If so, I want you to answer this poll. Okay? Yes, I track it regularly. I have an estimate. I have no idea, but it's costing me. Let me see where you're at. Because knowing is definitely a part of the battle. I ain't going to say it's half the battle. Okay? How many of you know? How many of you don't know? We have a little over 100 people who've answered the poll. We're going to give it time for a few more. 10 more seconds. No, you cannot be scared to check. All right, Alicia said, I'm scared to check for real. You cannot be scared. This is a number you have to face, y'all. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna hold each other's hands and we're gonna do it together. So I'm gonna share the results. So it's about only 23% of us that really know. And the other 77% of us, we don't even know what we're losing. And sometimes we're scared. Sometimes we just can't stomach the number. But y'all, we got to put on our big girl panties. All right. And we're going to figure it out tonight. See, I know Michelle was here last week because she's like, listen, I already know this number, coach. I got it on my wall. I'm ready to go. All right. So let's do some calculations. Enrollment is important because most of the time, if we're under 50%, we're not covering all of our costs. So we may not be paying ourselves, and it may also hurt the quality of our business. And so enrollments is just not about having bodies in the building. It's also about making enough money to take care of yourself and to take care of the business. How many of you are an owner in this year you did not pay yourself at least 1 month? You had to skip at least 1 month and you didn't get to pay yourself, right? And if that's true, then we got to figure out where we're leaking money and how we're leaking money. You got to realize that empty seats equal empty pockets. And a lot of times, if we could just get 4 more kids, 5 more kids, we could pay ourselves. 10 more kids totally changes the game. But 20 kids, makes a world of difference. And that's why our goal is 20 kids in the next 20 working days. So let's just face the number. How much money are you missing? So we're going to use this formula. The number of empty seats. So to figure that out, you just subtract your capacity minus your enrollment. Let's get that number first. How many empty seats do you have? Everybody drop that number. Amy, my first center was close to yours. I was licensed for 19. We kept growing, but you're close to like what my first center was. And even out of that center, we was able to make enough money to get into a bigger center that could take 119. All right, so everybody has dropped their empty seats. I see everything from 9 to 60 to 45 to just 3. Good job. My 3s and 4s. Crystal, it's okay. That's why you're here tonight. 40. She said, I have 59 seats, coach. Misha says, I have 63 seats. I have a new center. It's so important, Misha, that you get to break even as fast as possible. Ann says, I have 80 seats. I think it's Jakaya says, I have 28. Veronica says, I have 5. Lydia says, I have 22. So all of us have some empty seats, right? Now we're gonna multiply it times our weekly toddler rate. And we're gonna multiply that. Do it by your weekly toddler rate. And then we're going to multiply that times 52. And this is how much we're missing out on an annual basis. And I want you guys to put that number in the chat. No, April, I want to know the real number. And my team, as you guys are dropping the real number, they're going to add it up. They're going to let us know how much money we're missing collectively. And guys, I really want you to think about how this could change your life if you fill those seats. If you fill those seats, how much would this change your life? Okay. And I need somebody said, I need my seats filled. Me too. I have a center I just licensed 2 weeks ago on 2 Fridays ago. And I have a center that I took over in May that was just licensed under me last week. I do too. Right? And sometimes we have to fill our seats for different reasons at different times. Maybe it's because our kids are going back to school. And we lost some. Maybe it's because some have aged out. Maybe it's a new program. So there's sometimes external factors that make us have to go back and focus on enrollment. Okay? I'm going to give you a little bit more. I'm going to give you a little bit more time because I want you to write your number. So most of us have our number. My team is going to be adding all these numbers together. Because I asked them, I said, listen, I just want to know where we are. So this is just an example. If I had 20 seats and I charged $200 a week, that's $208,000. $208,000 that I'm missing over a year. That's where your salary is locked in. That's where your new van is locked. That's where your kids' tuition is locked. That's where the stipend you want to give your mama is locked. That's where your new car is locked. Some of y'all, that's where your new bundles is locked up. Quinn say, give me my money. Come on, Quinn. I see you. I appreciate it. Right? Your next is already locked in your business. Can y'all just put unlock it, Lord? Misha says mine is $1,200,000 locked in my business. Can y'all just put unlock it? Unlock it. I'm saying unlock it. Unlock it. Unlock it. Unlock it. Unlock it. How do we unlock it? We tour better. We market better. We answer our phone better. We're prepared. We clean our building. We follow the strategies that I'm going to give you guys at boot camp. We hold each other accountable. Every day we're talking about our business. We dust off those Google listings. We got to unlock it. We got to go hard. So you cannot fix what you don't monitor. So one of the things that everybody is going to do is we're going to continue to monitor our empty seats. But another way you can leak money with the students you do have is you can be undercharging because you feel like I need to lower my rates because I don't have as many students. Some of you're scared to do a rate increase. Some of us have kids in our center right now that are not paying, and we will not put them out. They come in there, car full of gas, house full of groceries, lashes full of lashes, but they're not paying you. Make it make sense. Some of us have low conversion rates because we have low energy on tours. And some of us just have ineffective tours. We're focused on the cost and not on the benefit of joining our program. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show you around. It's $185 a week. We feed them, we play, we teach them the ABCs, they 1, 2, 3s. Yeah, girl, all you got to do is fill out this paperwork. That is not a tour. That's the death of your business. That is the death of your business. A tour is meeting the need of the person walking through there, addressing the fear that they don't really want to leave their baby. It's becoming an extension of their family. Okay? And then you got to tighten up those numbers and plug every week. Leave. So I want to, and I don't know if she's on. I know that one of her supervisors is on. I saw Miss Artillion on. I just want to shout out Ashley Perkins. She's one of the directors in North Carolina. Bobby, make sure we correct this and put director. She's not even the owner. But we did this activity with her last year. And she was like flabbergasted. And she's like, oh no, I'm going to enroll in my center. My center is going to be full. And there's 5 centers in the Sunshine Schools. She was one of the newer directors at that time. Within 60 days, she had increased her enrollments by 20 plus students. But in 90 days, she had increased her enrollment by 41 students. I actually went to her center to see her. She had a dry erase board. Every single class, she knew how many empty spots. She knew who was going in next. She was committed to it. So let's look at the math. In North Carolina, a toddler is about $275. She enrolled 41. Over a year's time, she increased the revenue of that center by $586,000. And baby, she wasn't even the owner. Some of y'all the owner. You actually pay the bills. And she did the same strategies I'm talking about. Tracking her tours, following up with her parents, getting a system, calling them back within 2 days, right? And inside of, we're going to talk about follow-up in just a second, but inside of that playbook, it gives you all those good details. So proud of her. So this is your fast action task for this. That number that we calculated, I want you to put it in your office. I want you to put it in your office. Oh, Ashley's on. Hey, Ashley. Hey, girl. Y'all, she did the work. I want you to put it in your office, and I want you to face this number. No, actually, we were so proud of you. We are still immensely proud of you. See, y'all know Ashley is a real person now. I didn't know she was going to be on tonight. Who is committed to putting this number up in their office? And every 2 weeks, we're going to recalculate it. Like every 2 weeks, we got to be very intentional about it. And if seeing that yearly number is too hard, calculate it for monthly. Some of us, just an extra $5,000 will change our life. All right? So let's go to number 3. Everything speaks. Now, everything speaks is a little bit different. How many of you have ever walked into someone's house and you're like, oh, what's that smell? Now, they don't smell it, but instantaneously you smell it. Or you walk into a restaurant. Girl, we walked in Tutti Frutti yesterday. I told my kids, I can't eat here because all I could see was health code violations. Right? I saw the ice cream dripping and somebody coughing over the towel. I was just over it. I couldn't do it. I want you guys to know everything speaks. The way your center smells, the way it sounds, the way it looks. This is one of the reasons why my directors and our food service, we cook in the morning. We want the families to be smelling the baked chicken. We want them to be smelling the spaghetti. Smelling the hot biscuits and sausage, right? We want to put a smell in the atmosphere, right? Your center has to appeal to the senses. So if you toured today, a new person today, what would they think about your center? Would they be like, oh my God, this is nice? If you toured today, what was people's first impression of your center be? Would it be like, wow, I would enroll my child here immediately? Or be like, oh, pretty good, but I maybe need to work on a few things. Or I probably need to look at another option. I want you to be honest. I walked in one of my centers today, and one of my directors, Daniel, he he was totally redoing the foyer of the building. He was redoing the compliance wall because I had bragged and sent him some pictures of the new building. He was like, oh no, oh no, I'm supposed to spruce my building up. All right, let's end the poll. Now, 43% of you feel really confident about the way your building looks, but about 57% of us say, hey, we need to go in and do something to our building. I can appreciate that. So, is your center on mute? Or is your center saying the wrong thing? Every time I look at this picture, this building looks scary to me. Like, I do not want to leave my child here. I know what they were trying to do, but this looks like a haunted house. Like, if you have poor lighting, if you have poor smells, if you don't have a distinct area for parents to sign in and to talk, these are some things that you may need to look into. So this is some things I want you to think about, because if you're about to tour, is your space speaking before you do? And if so, what is it saying? Is it saying it's safe here? Are there babies screaming in the background? From the moment a family arrives, they're reading the environment. They're reading your energy. Are you flustered? Are you calling them by name? Do you know that they were coming? They're looking at your energy, right? They're looking at your desk. Some of you guys need to go clean your desk now, not even tomorrow. You need to just get in your car right now and go clean your desk, right? I want you to know that clutter speaks louder than what the words that you're saying. A dirty diaper smell when you go in the toddler room, it speaks louder than the words that you're saying. Right? You want your atmosphere to say, I am the best decision. Look no further. How many of you know you need to go and spruce up your building? If so, I want you to put a number 3 in the chat. You're like, okay, all right, you caught me. I know it's back to school, but I ain't really did my summer back to school. We have a lot of kids. I'm slipping. Bulletin boards still say summer fun. Like, you still got your teacher appreciation banner from May. Cinco de Mayo decorations in the classroom. You still on 4th of July. I mean, what are we doing here? And you gotta train your team to be a part of your experience. Like when you're in the class, you say, "Oh, this is our student work." That they know how to wave and smile. Hey, how you doing? And move on, keep teaching. Everything speaks, from your teachers' faces to the cleanliness of your building to the way it smells. What is your building saying? Right? So I want to brag on Leslie. Everybody knows she's one of my love bugs. We had a goal to get her back to pre-pandemic numbers. She started by revamping all of her rooms. And when I say Leslie has an abundance of materials, she specializes in kids with special needs. Her school is only infants to 5 years old. She doesn't do after schoolers, but she has a targeted love for kids. This January, she started out with 33 kids. She held community events, baby showers. She got up to 55 kids before this summer. So let's talk about that. Her toddler rate is 285. She enrolled 21 more students for 52 weeks. That's an increase of $311. So this is close to that 20 students, right, y'all? With 311 extra dollars. Aren't you able to pay yourself? Aren't you able to give raises? Aren't you able to bring on somebody to help you with enrollment and food service? Bring on a cleaning company? streamline, get a real director where you're not having to be owner and director. I want you to think about how could these 20 students really change your life. So here's my fast action for tip 3. You need to take a picture of your building. I literally want you to go through your building and take pictures so you can see your building the way people see it. If you got to go buy some Febreze plugins, if you need to change Fabulosos, if you need to have candle warmers, if you need to go declutter, change old fading paper, move broken toys from the playground, I want you to take a picture of your building and I want you to think about, what do I need to do to make this building more tour ready? What is my building saying? Is it speaking excellence, quality? Is it saying, look no further, you found a school for your kid? All right? Who's going to take me up? If you so, just put pick in the chat. You're going to go through your building and take pictures tomorrow. And I dare you to drop them in our Facebook group and be like, okay, Brandy, I took these pictures. This is what I'm going to do to spruce up my building. Okay. So we're on our last tip, and I am right on time. I actually got a few more minutes because y'all see me, Bobby, you see me being on time? I like it. I used to hate when people say this. The fortune is in the follow-up because it sounds so cliche. But stats show that whoever follows up first is the person who is 98% likely to close the sale. 98% more likely. How many of you would like to increase your close rate by 98% just by following up? I mean, just by following up. And I can prove this to you. Have you ever dated a man that you didn't like, but he followed up so much? Come on. You dated that joker. He followed up so much. He was like, listen, just take me to Chili's. Just give me a molten lava cake. Like, I don't even want to go out with you, bro. But you didn't want me down. You didn't want me down. You didn't want me down. Right? Or have a telemarketer. Somebody say, I'm married to that joker. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my. See? He knew the fortune was in the follow-up. My point is proven. So listen, y'all. How fast do you follow up after a tour? Right? Well, the first follow-up that you have is after the phone call or after they talk to you on your website. If you go to my website right now and you send me a message, it's going to send you an automated message. It's not me. Right? And there are systems. And you know that system costs me about $100 a month. If you call my phone number right now, you're going to get an answer to that call. It's not me. Her name is Sarah. Well, at 2 of my centers, her name is Monica. And at the other centers, her name is Sarah. So I can know, And Sarah, she'd be like, hey, Lydia Wyckoff has 3 kids. She just call her back. But Sarah gonna answer all your questions. The follow-up in a tour is so important. And the follow-up in a phone call is so important. If you do not follow up within your first 24 hours, you're not likely to get the sale, right? If you're following up 2 days, that person had to go to work and they found something else. So answer this poll. How quick are you following up? Anybody that's, well, let me let you answer honestly. Let me let you answer honestly. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay. Only 24% of us is following up the same day. That means 76% of us, we're losing the sale just because we didn't call them right back. Right? Just because we didn't send the message. Just because we didn't send the enrollment packet. Oh, yeah, I'm going to email you the link to the enrollment packet. It's 3 days later. So follow-up is so important. So this is how I do my follow-up. During the tour, well, first of all, before the tour, We follow up with a text message and an email confirming their appointment. An hour before they tour, they get another text message. And guess who does too? Me and the director. Because how many times we forget somebody coming and you be like, oh shoot, I was in an interview with another person, right? And so I send myself a text message as well. And it's all done automated once the tour is booked. Everybody gets reminders. Then at the tour, of course, we try to close the sale at the tour. And so we say, hey, to get started today, this is all you need to do. We're so excited. When do you want to start? We do an assumptive close. But let's just say they're not ready. We have a follow-up schedule. And this is how it goes. We reply instantly. If it's like text message or through our website, through email, they're going to get an auto reply. And then we answer all phone calls within the hour. So let's just say our automated system answers the phone call. It sends us a message automatically. Or let's just say my staff member says, hey, this parent called. We were really busy. We couldn't talk to them. Our goal is to get back with them within 1 hour. I always tell my staff, ask for their cell phone number. Because sometimes if I cannot call them back, we have a line where we text them back. And we say, thank you for calling in. We will be calling you back right away. But here's a link with some information about our program. Right? And here's a link to schedule your tour. If your parents have to schedule the tour through you, you're already shooting yourself in the foot because people don't like to talk to people anymore. How many of you go to the website and you chat with the website because you don't want to talk to a person? And now you figured out I can get the answer from this little chat thing way before I can get it from a human. Okay? And then we try to close the deal. If we don't close the deal, we're following up 2 days later. And then we have a 7-day automated system where every single day they're going to get some form of a touch point. Even if they enroll, they're going to get, oh my God, here's your first day. Here's what to inspect. And this is a follow-up system. Now, if you're doing this manually, it takes more time, but it can be done, right? But if you have a little bit to invest, you can pay for a system. But it can be done manually, right? You can pick up that phone and call. You can give yourself a Google reminder to call that parent. But you got to follow up. Your money is locked up in the follow-up, right? So most centers don't lose families during the tour. They lose them because they don't follow up. Response times matter. It tells people that you think they're important. So I follow the high five. Reply instantly, call within an hour, schedule the tour, close the deal, enroll the student, and have some kind of follow-up, whether they enroll or not. Right? So I want to brag on my staff. Y'all always hear me talking about my Daniel. This is my Daniel. This is in the middle. Her name is Courtney. She's been with me since the day my third school opened. She's been with me now 7 years. And this is Miss Shelley on the end with those cute earrings. She was my first full-time employee. And all of these people are still here today. Daniel started working with me in high school. So he went to college, came back. He's worked with me for over 13 years, right? At the beginning of this year, we lost 21 kids that went to public school because we had a huge pre-K program, 2 classrooms full. And I was like, y'all, we have to enroll. We went through the 20-day framework. They did it twice, and they were able to enroll 36 kids, taking our full-time enrollment from 31 to 67, not including our after-schoolers. And we charge a little bit less in Texas. So 185 times 36 students times 52, this was a $346,000 increase. Just by getting everybody on the same page, by following up and making sure we're knocking out those tours, right? How many of you are ready to do this in your center, right? How many of you are ready to do this in your center? Our fast action task for number 4 is just to make a list of who you need to follow up with. There's somebody right now that, oh, you're like, oh my God, I did not call this person back. Right? So we're at the point where I only have 2 more things. I'm going to tell you guys about the boot camp, and I'm going to give out the free gift. I kept you guys exactly an hour. Say I didn't. See me being timely. because I do not want to waste your time. But if you can give me a few more minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can work with me and my team over the next 6 weeks so we can help you enroll the 20 students or more than 20 if you need it over the next 20 days. So, will you be our next success story? I want to be bragging on you, Michelle, next time. I want to say Michelle did this. I want to say Patsy did this. Sean did this. I want to be calling your name. That's what I want the next time. I want to call your name. So, I want to tell you guys about our Enroll 20 Bootcamp. And I asked you guys a question earlier, and 95% of you said yes. You would be willing to commit to a step-by-step plan if it meant filling your center, right? And so if you do, I want to tell you about our 6-week Enroll 20 Bootcamp. It is designed to help you take action, to fix your systems or put systems in place. Some of you were saying, Brandy, what system do you use in the chat? I'll share with you my systems, but if you don't know how to implement them, it's not going to help you. I would rather walk you hand by hand over 6 weeks to make sure that you understand. So how do you do that, Brandy? We kick off with a 5-day intensive to our boot camp. And we front load you with all the information from mindset to what you need to do with your team to making sure you have the perfect tour, that we practice closing. We actually will practice. What do you do when the parent says this? What do you do when the parent says that? And then we'll talk about your enrollment blueprint. Everything that you need to have, from your marketing to your social media to any system you need to put in place. We'll go over all of those things. We meet every night for about 75 minutes to make sure that you can implement everything during those 5 days. So I'm not sure where you are in your system, but most of us said we have low enrollment and we're losing money every week. Some of us have already taken action and you've joined and you're already working on enrollment. And some of us have a system, but we just need the accountability to go back and focus on enrollment again. The benefits of this boot camp is we're going to be able to map out your enrollment system. And some of you may say, hey, Brandy, based on my budget, I need to do these things DIY. I'm going to have to do it myself. And some of you can say, hey, listen, I have some money to invest in somebody else creating a system for me. But what we will be able to do is fix all the broken holes in your process. Why are you not calling people back? Where are the leads going? We will be able to give you a plan, accountability, and support. So after the 5 days, we will meet once a week to make sure you're implementing the strategies and to help you with any questions that you may have. Because our goal is to put real dollars back into your pocket. So why now? I put this post out in our group. I said, hey, how's everybody doing with enrollment? And these are the responses that I got. I just opened my home daycare in April and I still have the same 2 students. Pray for me. Somebody said it's slow. I have 2 teachers in my 2 to 3 rooms with only 8 kids. Like, I have been having no calls. So her center is on mute. Nobody is seeing her, but she said, I'm keeping the faith. Somebody said, listen, it's really, really slow right now. Caitlin said it's very slow. In our area, the kids, very little kids seem to be looking for care. It's been really tough. Don said, wow, I feel like I was in this boat alone. I'm at 2 closed rooms and I'm embarrassed to say how many kids. That's why I want the suggestions that's going to be made for how to enroll 20 students in 20 days. Keisha said, listen, it's slow for me right now too. So listen, guys, we had a choice to make. And it's, am I going to stay feeling like this? Or am I going to change my behavior? Am I going to change my practices and my systems so I can enroll? So this is not for people who are not willing to do the work. I already told you, I cannot cure lazy. But if you're willing to give me an ounce of energy, I promise you, I'm willing and ready to help. This is not for owners who are okay with being average and making just enough money to make it. And it's definitely not for owners that want a magic result with no movement. All right? But this is for people who are ready to grow their 6 and 7 figure empire. for owners who want to fill their centers to capacity, and owners who are tired of just enough. I want to help you. So if you're ready for something new, just put new in the chat. So we start with 5 days enrollment to learn the framework. Then we go into 5 weeks of hands-on coachings. We give you templates, swipe files, a private community. You will get accountability calls every single week, community with support, hands-on action. You get all of the replays. So some of you may say, Coach Brady, I may miss this night because I have my kid have a football game. Okay, no problem. We're going to record it for you. And when you get in, we want you to watch that recording that night or the next morning so you can be ready to rock and roll. We're also going to give you a 20-day done for you social media calendar. You will know what to post every single day. So the 20 days, I want you to think about a calendar month is normally 4 weeks of 5 days, not including the weekend. So we're going to do this kind of like over a month's time, right? But we're going to tell you exactly what to post. We're going to tell you exactly what to do. We're going to give you the tools and a flow chart to handle objections. That way, when parents say, oh, I want to start right now, but I can't, or let me look at another building, what can you do to get them to act fast, right? And then we'll have our private group for discussions and all of the things, so you'll have a place to talk every single day with the people. So if all this did was help you master enrollment, would it be worth it? I think the answer is yes. Because remember that one kid, that's a $15,000 increase. If we can just give 5 kids, that's a $75,000 increase. 10 kids, all the way to 20 kids, right? Absolutely, Florence is what Florence, that's not a good question. It's gonna help you. I have a new center with 2 kids. We just opened. We have 2 kids enrolled. My goal is before we open those doors next Monday, we have 5 more. When I'm telling you, I do the same system every single time, the same promotions every single time to get that building to break even within those first 60 days. Absolutely. Oh, you said this will. Okay. Girl, you were scaring me. So I don't want you just to see the empty seats in your building as opportunity. I want you to see that each one of those empty seats is worth $15,000. Now, don't go in your building kicking over chairs tomorrow. Going, I need my $15,000. Don't do that. Don't do that. You might go to jail. I don't want nobody going to jail. But I want you to really think about it. Every empty seat. So it's time to do something about it. So the enrollment to our Enroll 20 Bootcamp is now open. Here is the price, but I have some lovely specials for you while you're on this training. So our general admission is $297. And you get the whole 6-week program for $297. The live sessions, you'll get your workbook, your accountability sessions, and all of that. But our VIP is where it's at. It is $597. And not only do you get the 5-day class, the 6-week boot camp, you get all your social media, your parent objections. You're going to get a tour experience kit where we're going to literally walk you through everything that you need to buy to make your tours wow. You're going to get a printable poster to put up in your building so you can track these enrollments. You're going to get a ticket to our conference, to Child Care Millionaires Live in November, as a thank you. Now, we know the value of this is about $15,000, but we know where our centers are right now. But I have a few more things that I wanted to give to sweeten the pot. I talked about the tickets. I know how we do it at Child Care Millionaires Live. So if you want to be in the building, you definitely want to do VIP. The great thing about it is you can pay in full or you can split up your payments. But we know that a $297 investment or a $597 investment is so worth it. We just want you guys to have some skin in the game. We just want to make sure that you guys are ready to rock and roll. But if you enroll tonight, while we're on the call, and guys, if you could drop the link in the chat, I haven't seen it drop yet. Or maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, it has dropped. I'm sorry. We are discounting the VIP from $597 to $497. Because what we know is that people who take fast action, they're the people that we want to work with. They are the people who are going to implement. They're not going to whine. They're not going to complain. And they're going to get it done. Right? And that's who we want to work with. Now, even when you go, and even though we've discounted the price to $497 while we're on live, you still can take options of our multi-pay system. So you can get everything that we promised just for $497, including a ticket to the conference. Now, if you already have your ticket, you can bring your spouse, one of your staff members or leaders with you. All right. So, what's the risk? You can keep struggling with enrollment. You can still be overworking, underpaid, or keep guessing, how am I going to make this work? Or you can join us for the next 6 weeks. Last year, Sashelle joined us for our peak 6-week boot camp. We do 6 weeks boot camps twice a year. She had 33 kids in her in-home because she does multiple shifts. She was like, no, I have empty seats. She got up to her full 46 kids over her 3 shifts, giving her extra $182,000 in annual revenue just by tweaking some things, just by going after those shifts really, really hard. And that's what we want to help you do, right? So we have a free gift for you. I do see a few questions in the chat. My team is supposed to come on and they're going to help answer questions. But our 5-day class starts September 22nd through the 26th. But we will open our group on September 10th because we'll be doing some pre-work, getting that building together, getting our systems in place. So we'll be doing a little pre-work before we start our class. My team is going to be emailing and dropping the link for our freebie for everybody who's came on. I just want to tell y'all thank you. Y'all, we have some work to do, but we can get it done. It's time for us to stop playing with our business and get up to full enrollment. I mean, seriously, I'm very excited for those of you who are joining. Somebody says, listen, I already joined, Coach. I'm going to say, we'll pull up the names, but we do have from last week, Christina, Catricia, Avery, Joyce, Michelle, B.M. Brown, another Chanel, Lena, Portia, Dunn, Lucretia, Alita, Todha, I think Julie, 2 Julies, Kim, Clanisha, Pamela, Simone, Leslie, Ashley, Shavonda, Taj, Tiffany, Beverly, and Elizabeth. So we want you to join. There is room for you. We have 6 coaches. All of the coaches will be in the challenge helping you guys out. Guys, we start on September 22nd, so you have a few time to put it in your calendar. But we're going to start our pre-work real soon. All right, I'm going to bring Dr. Connie up. She's going to answer all of your questions for tonight. Hey, Dr. Connie, let me get you in the room. Hey, Dr. C. Oh, let me unmute you. Bam. I'm going to make you the co-host. All right, you got a lot of questions in the chat. Thank you for being on. But do you see how they were listening?
Listen. Wow. It was amazing. If Coach Brandy talked tonight, put a 1 in the chat. If that was, she was speaking your language and she said everything that she was trying to say and couldn't say it. Can you drop a 1 in the chat? Say yes, 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 yes. Listen, it was fire. She told us, first off, that we've already stepped into a new month. It's September. Did y'all know y'all was in labor and delivery tonight? Did y'all know y'all came to push? I felt like we were pushing babies through a canal. Let me tell you something. I'm excited because guess what? It's the end of the webinar and 155 people are still on. So I know you guys mean business. Let me tell you something. Can I celebrate you tonight? Because what you have done tonight is realize that because you were empty, you had to pull over. Tonight was just to pull over. When you look at your gas tank and you realize you don't eat, what do? You pull over so you can what? Fill up. Coach Brandy came with the gas tonight to fill you back up, to fill your center back up, to fill your directors back up, to fill your teachers back up, to get you ready to get to the place that you need to be. Somebody should put in the chat, VIP me tonight. I need you to hit that link. It is no question that you should have, because we all know. I saw the numbers in the chat, honey. I stopped adding because we was in the millions somewhere. We all need it. It's not a can I afford it? I have to have it because I got money on the line. I got legacy on the line. I need to upgrade my teachers. I need to be able to pay myself. Listen, she gave us initially in the beginning of the webinar the problem. But what I love about Coach B is no way she gonna highlight a problem and not have the solution in the other hand. So I'm telling you tonight you are excuse free. Because not only did she give you 4 tips you can use right now, she has given you an invitation to fill your toolkit. 5 days, and we're gonna front load you with every tool you need to be successful. Then we're gonna hold your hand for 5 more weeks to make sure you get it done. I was thinking about you earlier today, and I said it's 3 things that I want them to get tonight. Confidence. I want you to get confidence that yes, you can, and yes, you will. No, ain't nobody, no doors are closing. We're not throwing in the towel. We're not giving up. We've come too far for that. And knowing that you're not by yourself. Somebody put community in the chat. Because some of us have been up late, up early, trying to figure it out, scratching our head. Who am I talking to? But you realize that you have some cousins. You got community. You have people that are going through the same thing that you're going through. But guess what? We can also come out together too. Community. There is something to be said about community. I believe that Brandy tonight has given you the confidence to wake up and do it all over again, to wake up and do it all over again, to not just have winning days, but winning weeks, to go from winning weeks to winning months. But guess what? That is confidence. There's community. And then she showed us the coins that we missing. Yeah. Yeah. And we're going to get our coins. Somebody say, give me my coins. Give me my money. What good is it to have a seat that's not full? We need our money, but sometimes we don't even know what to pray for. Now you know the number. Now you know what you need to pray for. You get what you ask for and you get what you pray for. We've got to get ourselves back into alignment. It's a new month. We got a new goal. Enroll 20. Somebody, if you know tonight that you can't get off without being a part of this boot camp, say me. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. Coach Connie, I'm doing it right now. Take the excuses off the table. I'm doing it right now. Now, she said that the pre-work begins September the 10th. She already given us a bonus because technically we don't start to September the 22nd. But she's saying September the 10th, we're going to do some pre-work to get you locked and loaded and ready. But for 5 days, starting on September the 22nd, we're going to fill your toolkit with everything you need to be successful. But remember, you got 4 tips tonight that you can use by morning. You got 4 tips tonight that you can implement right now. We just did the webinar last week. People have already enrolled 3, 5, 6, 10 students just with the 4 tips that they got. I see them congratulating people right now. I just joined. You better talk your talk. Come on, somebody. Listen, I'm here tonight to make sure you get what you need. Brandy is such a giver. She said $5.97. Nope, I'm gonna take the excuse off the table. She's giving you another $100 off. $4.97 if you say yes to you tonight. $4.97. Listen, anytime somebody offers VIP, I always take it because everything about me is VIP. And if they're gonna offer it, I want it. Somebody say I'm in. I see you, Michelle. She said I'm in. Brandy say and is. Yes, everything about me is VIP. And guess what? I don't want your 6 weeks to end. I want to hug your neck in November. I want you to have a real testimony. I want to hear how you went from 20 to 30 to 40 because some of us had a lot of empty seats. So I want to go back over if I don't know if Bobby is on still, if she can just put up the slide with the benefits. But I want you to know that you have 5 days of instruction, back to back to back to back, 75 minutes. We need it. 5 days starting September the 22nd, 5 days of instruction where she's going to make, thank you, where she's going to make sure that you have everything you need. Now, you didn't get to meet all of the coaches, but we have support on support on support. We have Coach Stacy, we have Coach Tamika, we have Coach Dr. DeShannon, and we have Coach Natalie and myself. For 5 weeks, we're going to hold your hand. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to challenge you. We're going to charge you, but we're going to empower you to fill those seats. And guess what? We're going to celebrate you for every seat that you fill. We're going to cheer for you. We're going to scream, yell. We're going to have an enrollment party because you deserve it. And I'm telling you, for 5 weeks, we will be your support and help you implement the tools, the tips, and the strategies that you're going to learn over the next 6 weeks. I want you to know that you got your confidence back tonight, but I want you to embrace community. I want you to know that that little math that wasn't mathing, I'm about to get my money. And that way I can pay my staff. I can pay myself. I can get the van. I can do the things that I know I need to do. This is the month of birthing, but guess what? It's going to require you to push. It's going to require you to push. And some of us, we just got to push through. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I deemed this month called Praise in Advance. Yeah, I don't even have to see it. I'm praising in advance. And so for some of you, you're going to have to bet on yourself. If I get the right information, if I get the right tips, if I get the right instructions, I'm betting on myself. Some of y'all ought to be having a praise party right now. While she was teaching tonight, you should have went into a fit in your seat because I see you clapping because you already know, baby, this is what I needed. This is what I needed to hear. You can praise it right now. I'm here for it. This is what I needed. This is what I've been praying for. This is what I've been waiting on. Honey, God know how to answer my prayer. I was just about to throw in the towel. I was just about to give up. I was just about to quit. I was just about to turn around, but God came through right on time. Who am I talking to tonight? Somebody say, you unlock me. You unlock my money. You unlock my confidence. You let me know that I was not by myself. This is my month to praise and to push. Somebody ought to be signing up right now. Listen, if you can't do the VIP, general admission is available, $297. But VIP is on sale right now. But they already told me, listen here, Linda, that after the webinar is over, so is the sale. Don't play with me. I need you in the boot camp. Lace up your boots. Where's my backpack? Put on your backpack. It's time to ride. Y'all, it's time to ride. We're going to praise and we're going to push. We're going to praise. Well, I'll praise. You do the pushing. I'm going to praise for you. You do the pushing. Because we're pushing you to your next level. We're pushing you into your next season. We're pushing you to full centers. We're pushing you to your next level of success. I need you. If you're doing it right now, I need you to put it in the chat because I want to praise for you tonight. Somebody said, listen, they got Klarna, they got payment plans, all of that. You have no excuse. Klarna might be, I don't even know. You might be paying $66 a week. I don't know. But we have made it so easy that it is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You've heard testimony after testimony. She put it on the screen. These are real people. This right here is going to change everything. Aren't you tired of being up at night trying to figure it out by yourself? You don't have to anymore. Aren't you tired of speaking a language that none of your friends understand? Family members don't understand. Spouse don't understand. It ends tonight, cousin. You found your tribe. You found your community. You found your village. We are here and we're ready to push. So tonight, I'm your midwife. You don't even realize while you're on the webinar, your water broke. Let's go. It's pushing time. Let's do this. If you're signing up right now, say it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. Yeah. I see it per Eric Thomas. You owe you. Yeah, this one is personal right here. I need to know that I can fill these seats. I need to go back and charge my directors. I need to go back and let my teachers know. No, you're not going to be teaching to an empty classroom. We're about to fill these seats. They got to understand that every empty seat is they raise. Every empty seat is why you can't do the things that you want to do for them. That's their retreat. That's their bonus. All of those things. We are here for you. I need you to tap in and I need you to register tonight. I want you to know that the little bit you got tonight, if you can only imagine for 6 weeks, you're getting that level of support. Where will your center be in 6 weeks? Where will your center be in 6 weeks? But we're going to have to push and praise our way through. I don't care what the news is saying. I don't care what statistics saying. I don't care about nobody else's center. I'm telling you, we are going to rally around one another. We're going to be support to one another. We're going to pray for one another. But guess what? We're going to push and we're going to implement and use the tools that have been given. And we are about to get results. If you know this is for you, I want you to sign up tonight. I want you to do it tonight. $497 VIP, $497 VIP, $497. You know what you can do with $497. We probably blew that just for Labor Day weekend. Y'all cut up. Y'all had barbecue. Y'all took the family out to eat. Y'all went to the mall, all that kind of stuff. Come on. Let's push. Tonight is your night. For some of y'all, if you know this was the answers to your prayer, say me. If you're tired of doing it by yourself, say me. I see you. If you said, I've been waiting on something like this, say me. Yeah. But I'm telling you, while you're saying me, I need you to lock in. I need you to get in this boot camp. I need you to realize this is not a want, this is a need. I have to have it. Because I made myself a promise. 2025 was my year. 2025, it was going to come to pass. 2025, I was going to see the numbers that I needed to see, not just in my center, but in my bank account. 2025, I was going to get the house that I want. 2025, I was going to be able to pay myself finally. This is a must-have. I see Linda. She said, look, this is a must-have. You got to have it. So I am extending an invitation for you to join us. We have Coach Tamika is waiting on you. Coach Stacy is waiting on you. And some of you have never experienced coaching one-on-one, in person, in a group setting where you got a coach that is looking you eyeball to eyeball, that is talking to you in real time. You've never seen what real peer support is when you get in your pod and you guys can have real conversation about what's really happening in real time. You can get real answers to real questions. But I want you to test drive what coaching really is, for somebody to really be invested in your success. For somebody to really genuinely want to see you win. Yep, that's what you have tapped into. Coach Natalie is in the chat. She said, listen, she waiting on you. She said, come here. Enrollment is her specialty. She said, don't play with me. 20, we getting 25. 25, we getting 30. 30, we getting 40. We send the hard cases to her because she don't play about enrollment. If you have a question, you can type it. You can type it in the chat. I'm here for you tonight. I know some of y'all said, when does it start? September the 22nd. It starts in the Facebook group, September the 10th. But guess what? We have time for everything else. This season is personal. You got time for you. You got 75 minutes to invest in yourself. And listen, this is what I do. I tell everybody in the house, listen, y'all want to eat next month? You want to go on vacation? And you got to make sure that the whole house is in agreement. Listen, for 75 minutes, I don't need y'all to come in the room. Most of y'all, nobody has bothered you while you've been on here right now, because you let them know, listen, it's crucial, it's serious, and I got to get it. So I want to challenge you. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to yourself tonight. Things are about to change. And I say it all the time, things are changing, and I am one of them. Change is good. Things are changing. I am one of them. Change is good. Change is good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's ride. We are here for you. You just got a glimpse tonight of what support looks like. You got a glimpse tonight of what somebody coaching you to success looks like. If you ready, we ready. Coach Brandy, look, this boot camp is going to be phenomenal. For those that have said yes, I can't wait to see them in November. I can't wait to see them at Child Care Millionaires Live. Listen, we're going to go old school. I just need a testimony line. I need a microphone in the center aisle and just let them testify, because they are going to be testimonies. I'm only confident because I know it work. I've seen it work. It's been working. She's not just the coach, she's a whole client. It works for her. You know how some people tell you something that they haven't done themselves? No, it works for us. So I know it will work for you. I'm excited. And congratulations to those who have said yes tonight. We
Yeah.
still on, so you still got time. Congratulations to those, honey. Let me start praising for you.
I
Let me
know. I'm so excited. And when you start talking about the conference, a lot of people, they see, our ads and they see things, or they see us in a group and they're like, are they really doing the work? Y'all, we really do the work. And the reason why we can talk with confidence and we can talk with conviction is because we know what it feels like to be in the position that you're in. So we take it seriously. Our coaches have centers. Our coaches have had schools. They work with our clients every single day. They're awesome. But Houston is something that you can't explain.
no.
Coming to the conference is something you can not explain. It is definitely a joy. So, like Dr. C says, if you have to do, someone asked in the chat, can I upgrade to VIP? Yeah, you can upgrade to VIP if you need to get in the room as general. We want you to come in as VIP, but if you just got to get in the room, we want to congratulate you for just making the decision to get in the room. Sometimes it's just that one decision that you have to make. So we're really excited. If you're on this call, we started with over 200. There's 84. If you're in this call and you haven't signed up, but you need somebody to contact you, just drop your name and say contact me in the chat. Coach
Yeah.
Nat would love to contact you tomorrow. We don't want anybody to be left behind.
And
Now you
Sarah, I
only
see you. Sarah saying, I'm not the owner. I need to ask the owner for the money, but we need this. And so, Sarah, do that. Put your name in the chat. Natalie will definitely contact you tomorrow. You can wake your owner up tonight and say, listen, I found a way for us to fill these seats. I found a way to get my raise.
yeah. Not to get my raise. I love it. Well, I bonus my staff. For those of you who are wondering, just a little nugget. My staff know right now when they get to their next 10 kids, we're gonna get $250. Because this is what I've learned, and this is one of the strategies we will teach. You gotta motivate people to do what you want them to do. And everything is not about money. Everything is not about money. But they know Miss Woods is gonna go hard for them, right? They know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. The replay is available if you got the $49 VIP. It is definitely available to you if you got that VIP. We are so happy that y'all came on. We definitely want you guys to be a part of the boot camp. We are cooking up some special things. We will make sure that you are able to implement. We are so excited. Dr. C, we're gonna have a final video that we're gonna play because some people said they got to get their card, they're registering, they have a few questions. I just
Make,
want to know.
make the video play real slow because I don't want them to miss they sale. Make
I'm
it play
trying.
real slow.
I feel like if it's 80 people on, they didn't. I have the VIP. Yes, they will email it to you. If you got the VIP and you get the replay, they will definitely email it to you. I think we have a question coming in from Florence. Florence, can
Okay.
you drop it in?
Somebody said we may be family.
Oh yes, somebody said yes, you can split the payments in two payments. Somebody is on. They sent me a message on Facebook. You can't, Bobby. Will you pull it up real quick? Not only can you split it in two payments, there's an option on there for you to do multi payments like through Klarna, but we also have it two payments through us. So
Mm-hmm.
go back down, Bobby. You can do the two payments. I think it's just through Klarna this time. So, or also you can do general and then you could upgrade to VIP. But if you go through Klarna, they split it up, I think, up to 4 payments.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do either one. Yes, yes.
Yes. So there is a payment plan option. If you got to split it in four, if you got to split it in two,
Hmm.
just get in the boot camp.
Yeah. I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, if you there any more questions, Florence, did you ask your question yet? Okay, go ahead. You can
Oh, she said, "What are you paying your staff?"
Like, like what are you paying them if they meet the enrollment goal?
So this time it has been different things at different times. So they already have done. I put out a post last week. We enrolled 14 kids that week. So we started. I enrolled 20, but we're starting it over today. We started it over today, and so they have until the end of this month. Our next bonus, and this is for just leaders, is $250. Because we're trying to motivate them to do tours to break even, and then sometimes we do it for the whole staff. Some of my smaller staffs we do that. So I take a portion of that enrollment fee and I use that for like our bonuses and referral fees, which we'll talk about that full strategy because the key is not just you're enrolling. You're trying to get all of your parents to help you and all of your staff. So it's no army of one. When
Mm-mm.
we go after Enroll 20, we are using the collective power of our staff, our students, and that wonderful social media and Google. So we will activate your army of enrollers in boot camp. I think we do that on day 2. Activate the army. Activate the army. All right. Any other questions? I think the team said we answered most of the questions, but I want to make sure. Yes, we will help with automations. We have a company that we recommend. There's some do it yourself, but there's a company that I use that can get your automations up and running within 2 weeks or sooner if you have everything coming, everything together.
Is that Mariah that said she just registered? Yay!
Come on, Mariah. Come
Okay.
on. We
Sarah
love
says she got to go, babe. She's gonna call her owner right now.
Hey,
Call him, Sarah.
we will be here, Sarah. We the team has got your number because I'm telling you, and I think she's off. We don't want to hold anyone longer than we need to. But that director last year touched our heart. Me and Dr. Cunny got on a plane to go visit her because we were so her owner called us and told us, and then they have a director of operations and they were just bragging, and we wanted to see y'all. She was serious about enrolling. She was not the owner, she was a director. And so this year, Dr. Cunning can tell you the scripture that I have held on to all year. It says, write the vision, make it plain that those who read it can run with it. I've been asking God to send me my those who. I don't want to work by myself hard and alone. There is a group of people that are supposed to work with me and for me. Those who, but I have to have it plain. I have to have the system in place that those who read it, that those who tour, that those who answer my phone can get me across the finish line. Every missed opportunity is $15,000. And so I don't want them missing no opportunities. So I have to make the system plain enough for anybody to follow it. And that's what the boot camp is all about. So we are so encouraged. We thank you guys so much for being on.
Yes.
And we want you to win. So we
We
want you to
want
watch
you
this
to
little
win.
video. If you have questions, put it in the chat, and we're here for you.
You know, it's not every day that you meet somebody who really wants you to win. I think what is so amazing about Brandy is that even when she came to me with this vision, it was really out of a frustration of trying to launch our child care centers and running into established owner after owner who refused to help us. And so Child Care Millionaires was really birthed out of a place of frustration, but then out of a place of truly wanting to share what it was that we were blessed with others so that they would not have the same struggle.
This is my 5th conference with the Child Care Millionaires Association. I feel like each conference, each year, I grow a little bit more, I learn a little bit more, I become a little bit more successful in my business and personal personally, one way that I see that they help us wing it to win it is by having a personal touch. Brandy, Coach Condi, Coach Natalie, Coach Tamika, Coach DeShannon, all of them love to be very involved with the attendees and the participants of the organization.
I love Brandy. I love Natalie. They have pretty much spoken to my wife and told her exactly the same things that I've been saying for years. So I greatly appreciate them. They're now part of our family, you know?
It has been an amazing journey being part of Elevation Masterminds. They have been an amazing partnership with us. They have taught us so much. A lot of great things for our business, a lot of personal things to grow myself as a CEO. Thank you, Elevation Masterminds.
I am back for another wonderful conference at Child Care Millionaires Live, Houston, and my experience with Elevation has been winning. I've grown from the first video conference in 2020 during COVID, listening to Brandy, getting the ideas, the camaraderie, the sisterhood, knowing that I can do this, gave me the confidence to keep moving.
When I started Elevation Mastermind, when I came to the conference, I didn't have any type of direction. I just heard this Child Care Millionaire thing, and I felt like that's where I needed to be. I needed to experience it. I heard it on the computer enough, and it was just time for me to be in the building because it just seemed like the energy was amazing, the people were authentic. It just seemed like that. So I was like, I have to see what this is really about because, you know, TV, it can seem a little fake sometimes. But when I got here, they had me in the middle of the floor crying because they was ready to help me, hold my hand, support me, and be there for me on my journey. I noticed that when I was in the middle of the floor, I had my sisters circle around me to support me and be there to help me get through this journey. I came here not owning a center and just wanting to have a center and working in my mom's center that I love dearly, but I had put my dream on the back burner because I felt like I wasn't doing what I needed to do for my family first, and I had to keep putting them first. But sometimes you could put you first and still take care of your family and make sure that you're living your dreams. So after signing up for Elevation Mastermind, I got the whole pie, not the slice of it. You know, the conference is just a slice, but Elevation Mastermind is the whole pie. I got the coaches calls that would just help me figure out where I wanted to go. I got the accountability partners who would check on me and make sure I was good, not just in my business, but in my personal, in my mental, in my emotional, and even in my spiritual. I have sisters praying for me, hoping and wishing that I win with them. So what are you waiting for? Because we want you to win. Like, no, for real, we want you to win. You should come, join us.
We want you to win.
We want to see you win.
We want to see you win.
Have you heard? Your losing streak is over. At Child Care Millionaires, we want to see you win. Welcome to your winning season.
I can tell you for a fact that Brandy really wants you to win. And it's one thing for people to say it out of their mouth. It's another thing for them to literally put their effort, their support, and their action where their mouth is. And I think that over the years, we've seen Brandy do this time and time and time again. And so I can tell you there's not a better coach, there's not a better cheerleader, there's not a better advocate in childcare than Brandy Wood Smith. And I'm not just saying that because she's my sister.
All right, guys, that is it for tonight. We will see you in our Facebook group tomorrow. Don't forget to drop your progress this week. We want to see you win. We open up our group for this on September 10th. We want to make sure, Maya said this is the last chance. Our team will be turning over the price a little bit later. Oh, you're more than welcome. And thank you for those of you who stayed on until the very end. Dr. C, you can close us out.
Listen, tonight was amazing, but guess what? The next 6 weeks are going to be even greater. This is your month. This is your time. We really do want to see you win. Have an amazing